If you're newer to curves, and I talk about this later in this tutorial, just take your time with them. I show you a couple different tips and tricks. And also, if you haven't done it, there's a 2-hour pre-recorded workshop in the Sew Squad called Curves Are Fun. It includes templates, and you can work on that before you cut up your good fabric to do your quarter curves, okay? But they shouldn't be too difficult. They are fun. And once you learn this skill, like, it is a fantastic skill to have. There's so many quilts out there now that, especially right now, it seems to be on trend to have curves in your quilt patterns. So this is a handy skill to have, all right? I'll take you through it. If you've got questions, don't worry, just take your time. We'll gather together this week and address all your concerns or questions or issues, and I will be cheering you on. Remember, finished is better than perfect, right? All right, let's go. Okay, friends, it is time to start working on our curves. And we're going to start with the quarter curves, big and small, okay? So let's start with pulling out our fabrics. I need a number 1 and a 9 for a large quarter curve, and then a small quarter curve. Oh, that's 12. Let's do a 12 and 10. This is the fun part about using these plates. It's easy to find what you need. There we go. These are our example curves, okay? So the large ones are a little bit easier to deal with than the small ones, just because the small are a little more fiddly, but overall curves are not too complicated to do. Because I'm working on the large size, I want my large curves to measure 8.5 inches once they're put together. I want these little ones to measure 4.5 inches when they're put together. If you're working on the medium, this should be 6.5 inches. This should be 3.5 inches, okay? So let's start with this large one. I have already ironed this in half. You can also just fold it in half and pinch the corner here. This is our center point, and that we want to register with this, okay? So I've done the same with this. I folded this in half and I've just pressed it so that I've got a nice crease that I can line these up, okay? I'm lining up the top and putting a pin right here. Now you've got 2 options, as are covered in the Curves Are Fun workshop. The first option is to pin this piece onto this piece. The second option is to use a glue stick. I encourage you to try both options and see what you like better. I like the glue because there is no shifting. Once you get everything to your machine, everything stays perfectly in place. But let's start with pins, because some people just prefer pins, and that's cool too. I've got my center, then I will do the ends, okay? And then I'll do the other end. All right. Get that into place. Well, that's not exactly perfect. There, all right. And then you add as many or a few pins as you would like to hold everything in place, okay? This top piece has a little bit of give to it, so you can kind of stretch it a little bit around to make it fit if you need to, but you shouldn't have to do that too much. This is the same piece that you'll be working with when you're doing the orange peels, but with orange peels, you're adding 2 of these on, one on either side of the peel. Yeah, but with the quarter curves, you're only doing 1. So see, I'm just adding pins all along here. Some people only put in 3 pins and then they just work the fabrics together as they sew. That's up to you. There's so many different techniques for doing curves. They're really fun to do once you get used to them, and they look amazing in quilts. It just adds a whole other skill set to your quilty toolbox. Okay, so this one is done like this. All right, and then I would sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around and press this outwards and press this piece towards the outside. Okay, the other option is to use glue. So let me show you the glue method. You're going to keep that, oh, I took it out. You're going to keep the center pin where the crease is, okay? And then with a glue stick, it doesn't have to be fancy. It can be any kind of glue stick. You don't You don't necessarily have to. You can get specialty glue sticks for sewing. This is just an Elmer's school glue stick. Okay, and you're just going to run a thin line of glue along the edge. It will not gum up your machine because it's such a thin layer. By the time you get it glued, it'll all dry. Plus, I like to do a whole stack of these at once. So I'll sit, watch something, or listen to a podcast, do a whole stack of these, and then take them to my machine and sew them, okay? So you can see with this one, I may have pulled my outer piece a little bit and it's hanging over the edge, and that's fine. Once I iron this out, I'll trim off this excess, okay? But don't pull this too hard. Maybe I've pulled a little too hard. Let's do this side. Okay. Everything should fit. All right, and that's it. It's dried within seconds. It's ready to go under your machine. Like so, okay? And the thing I love about glue is that that fabric is stuck together. It's not going to shift anywhere. You can put it through your machine and it'll be just fine. Okay, so that's the large curve. I'll show you what it looks like sewn, but first let's do the little curve. So here's the small one. Again, I have ironed down the center. I'm going to take this little piece here, line it up. You want to make sure that those 2 points are in line as well so that it's not off kilter like this, right? So line it up nicely. And again, same thing, pin in the center and then choose whether you want to pin or glue based, okay? So I'll glue baste this one again because that's what I prefer. So this is why I do recommend, if you're newer to this process, making the large version of the bloom quilt is a little easier, because when you're doing the medium size, these are 3.5 inches, so they're even teenier. And I just find when you're newer to quilting, bigger pieces in general are just easier to sew and put together and a little less fiddly. All right, so that one's ready to go. Okay, so we'll sew these up and then I will show you what they look like all ironed and pressed. Here are our quarter curves. They are pieced and they are ironed. So mine might already be fairly accurate because I don't have any extra on this outer piece. But what I would do, this should measure 4.5 by 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. It's exact for me. If it's not exact for you, if you need to trim down, you only trim this outer side. Don't trim this curved side, okay? You're just trimming from those sides for all your quarter curves. This one should measure 8.5 inches. So I'll just use this larger ruler, set this down. Again, it's pretty exact. So coming up, yeah, it's okay, but these little ends here, right, that I've gone over. So I'll take this, use my rotary and trim. All right, do the same to the other side. Curves are fun. They are fun and they look very cool. All right, that's it. If you've got questions, put them in the comments below or save them for our check-in. And happy curve sewing. And don't forget to check out that workshop, the Curves Are Fun workshop, which is in the Sew Squad, because it's full of all kinds of little nuggets of information.